Hey guys, welcome to Corporate Roadshow. I'm your host, Frank Ferraro, and today we have Michael Brette and John Stoddard with us. And these guys are the founders of InvestorAttractionSecrets.com. And I got to tell you, when I came across these guys, they really have it going down, and they really know how to help investors out there, investors and more importantly, the issuers out there. Because a lot of times, as you know, a lot of times people come here and they say, "Hey, I want to raise money, and I just put my company on a crowdfunding site, and nothing happened." And there's a reason why nothing happens. But I think you guys really kind of came up with a great idea on how to help some of these companies, and maybe you can help share that with some of the viewers today with us.
Thanks for having us on, Frank.
I'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
When I saw what you guys had going on, I was like, wow, you guys really got this down to a science. And unfortunately, when you see a lot of issuers come to market, they don't realize that this is real important. There's other things that have to be done. And you can share on some of those things. I went on your website. I was really impressed. I liked it.
Thank you. So we're Investor Track Secrets is made of myself and Mike Brette. He's in San Diego. I'm in Tucson. But we teamed up. We were familiar with each other on LinkedIn, and we just started working together 3 months ago because of COVID. Because our business individually, my business dropped. It just fell through the tank. So I said, look, we need to put a better value together, a better offer together. So I teamed up with Mike, who's got more years of experience than I do in investor relations, in retail investors, in institutional investors, and a big fat list of accredited, non-accredited emails. We got together and we got this niche offer, and we pointed it right at crowdfunding. Companies, issuers that are doing crowdfunding. And it really works for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a big thing right now, But the thing is that, like I said, a lot of times I've always seen this, and I saw this years ago when I was a market maker, and one of the reasons why we even started this whole corporate roadshow thing was that, people would spend a lot of time creating their business. I mean, it takes a long time, and then all of a sudden, they'll come to a realization, like, hey, I want to get a symbol, and they get a symbol, and all of a sudden, it doesn't trade. Well, why doesn't it trade? Well, you got to go out there and market yourself as a public entity. And that's kind of the same thing here. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of companies will go to one of these crowdfunding sites and get disappointed because nothing miraculously happens, but that's not the case, with a lot of people. And I think if they signed up with you guys, it'd be a different outcome.
Yeah, I'm going to let Mike speak on that. Mike?
Yeah, it's a good point, Frank. What John and I realized that a lot of people trying to do, whether it's equity crowdfunding or a 506c private placement or Reg A Plus, if you're a private company, or even if you're a small cap public company, where everybody fails is they fail to have a marketing budget. For some reason, people have gotten it in their head that raising capital is free. And nothing can be farther from the truth. Nobody works on success fees. Even licensed investment bankers charge retainers and expense fees to come to the table with their book of business or investors. And it's no different to equity crowdfunding companies or somebody doing a private placement. You need to have a marketing budget of at least 10% of the amount you're trying to raise, so you can do videos, you can do podcasts, email campaigns, press releases, everything necessary, all the tools necessary to bring potential investors to the funding portal. The biggest mistake a lot of companies make is they think they can upload their deal to micro ventures or some other funding portal, and somehow the money is just going to flow away, and all they have to do is sit back and watch the dollars come in. And it just doesn't work that way. You've got to put your deal up there. You got to pay your lawyers, your accountants. You put your information up on a portal, and then you have to market it. You have to bring investors to that portal, and that's what John and I do. We put together our website, InvestorAttractionSecrets.com. We do webinars to educate people on how to do crowdfunding, how to be successful and how to raise capital. And it really comes down to marketing. If you don't market your deal, you're going to fail.
No, I agree. And you know, that's the one thing that a lot of people do have to realize, that there's a cost of capital, you know, no doubt. You know, I mean, especially when we're raising equity capital, it's not like we're paying 18 or 20% for debt, but a lot of times, you know, when it comes down to these smaller companies, they're going to pay a lot more than a bigger company, and the reality, it is pay for play.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. And have you guys found yourself being busy now, since a lot of companies are kind of, you know, home and not on the road, and kind of trying to do everything from home? Do you guys find yourself a lot busier?
Yeah, we're extremely busy. I mean, we work with private and public markets, and I got to tell you, Mike and I have shifted towards the public markets to do Reg A's, and it's very, very busy. We're very busy. All these guys every day. You know, it's hard. It's easy to tell a you know, little private company says nobody's going to invest in you unless they know you, like you, trust you, and then they may invest you. But stock price for an OTC company is telling you right off the bat, nobody knows who you are and nobody believes your story.
And I used to do a lot of road shows.
Right.
Before we had the lockdown, I would do a lot of physical road shows where I would take the clients to New York, here in California, and I would bring in 25 investment bankers and brokers and investors to listen to a presentation. And then I would take clients around to the office of broker dealers. And well, of course, now with the lockdown, you can't do that. So John and I have been doing a lot of, you know, of these Zoom meetings and virtual meetings, conference calls to introduce our clients to retail investors as well as institutional investors. So to answer your point, yes, we're extremely busy because there's a captive audience now with everybody being home. Nobody's really doing a lot of traveling, you know, air travel or driving to their office. They're all basically locked down and they're on the computer. So business has been very robust for us. And John was saying we do both private companies and small cap public companies because nobody's going to buy a stock in a small cap company if they've never heard of that company. And so what we do is, again, we bring attention to the stock and also to the business. You know, we're not stock promoters. You know, we're marketing specialists, and we market transactions for both public and private companies. And we tell a story, and that's what people are interested in. They want a story. They want to know about management. They want to know what's the business model. Why should I buy the stock in the open market, or why should I call the company up and try to buy stock from the company? And we answer that why question. Very important.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, guys. Hey, guys, it was really, really nice having you today. I would love to have you come back in the future. And for all of you that want to know a little bit more about what you just saw, just go to investorattractions.com and log on and check them out. Until next time, I'm Frank Ferraro. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank.